Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Today we're going to do look number 2 in my summer series. If you didn't watch the video before this, my summer series is just 5 looks of what you could wear for the summer, fun ideas for eyeshadows and lipsticks and all that stuff. So it's a little bit of everything. I'm more focusing on shadows, but I try to incorporate fun lip looks for those eyeshadows too. So please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Also, all the products that I use will be listed down below. We will get right into the video. Okay, first what I'm going to use is the NERIUM Day Cream, and I love this stuff. The reason that I started using this was because my mom was using it, and I saw amazing results with her, so I figured I would start now. And since I have a scar on my neck from the thyroid surgery, it has helped a lot to help diminish the scar. And I find sometimes I forget to put makeup on because I overlook it, as opposed to last year when it was a lot darker. So I'm going to grab my damp beauty blender and I'm going to apply the Makeup Forever foundation. And I used to have this and I didn't see so much of a difference with it, but since I had it in my collection, I figured I'd go back to it, and I absolutely love it now. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply that with the damp beauty blender. I'm going to grab a little bit of the MAC Prolongwear concealer, and I'm just going to apply that on the spots that I have some pimples that are causing a little bit of redness and everything. So I'm going to go ahead and apply that concealer on top of the pimples, and I'm going to go over it with the beauty blender, that way that it looks a little bit more blended in. Next, I'm going to grab the Prolongwear Concealer by MAC, and I'm just going to apply that all over my eyes. I definitely love this concealer because it adds such full coverage, and I don't have to worry about it fading the rest of the day. I'm going to grab Maybelline's FitMe Stick Foundation in their darkest shade, and I'm going to go ahead and contour my face with that and contour just the bottom of my nose. I'm still trying to get used to contouring my nose. It seems I have a little bit of trial and error with it. Sometimes it looks too perfect, and sometimes it just, I don't do it the right way, so I'm still trying to work with that. I'm going to try to blend this foundation up into my hairline, and I love the way that this looks. It definitely gives the perfect bronze look, especially since we're in the summer. It looks amazing, and this is really the first time I've really ever tried to do contouring with liquid foundations, and I must say I prefer it a lot better than the powder foundations that I have been so used to. Here I'm going to grab a smaller brush just to help contour my nose. Again, I'm still in trial and error with this, so sometimes I'll do it. It's not really an everyday thing, but I'm still trying to get used to it. Grabbing a little bit of banana powder, I'm going to apply that just where I highlighted, and that would be around my eyes, center of my forehead, down my nose, and on my chin, and then under my contouring on the sides of my cheek. I'm going to apply MAC's Painterly Paint Pot, and I'm going to apply that all over my eyes, and then I'm going to apply I'm actually going to apply a white eyeshadow just to make the blending process a lot easier. And this is the white eyeshadow from the Chocolate Bar palette. I'm going to apply an orange base just so that I can make sure that the browns that I put in have an orange tint to it, an undertone. So I went ahead and applied an orange base from Maybelline. That information will be listed down below, and I grabbed the lightest shade in the Chocolate Bar palette, and I applied that in the crease just to give a fading transition color from the darker colors that I'm going to use on my lid. It's very difficult to try to get the names of these shadows since they're not listed on the box, so you have to either keep the packaging or keep the white film that's inside the packaging when you first buy it, which I don't believe I have anymore. So I'm going to grab a medium brown shade, and I'm just going to apply that to the crease and make sure it's a little bit more defined in the crease. Then I'm going to grab the darkest brown shade, and I'm just going to go ahead and apply that all over the orange base. I'm going to go ahead and apply that so that it blends into the shadows that we previously applied. I'm also going to grab those colors and I'm going to bring them under the eye just so that it gives a nice fading effect on the lower lash line. With this step, I went in with a smaller brush just so that it wouldn't be everywhere, as opposed to grabbing a fluffy brush. The product would end up being very messy and making you look like you have very dark eyes. You have to be very careful with this type of step, especially when you're using brown colors, because it can tend to look like you just didn't apply enough concealer if you don't do it right. So I went ahead and applied the shadow, and then I went in with the pencil brush and just blended it out just to make sure that it looks like it's makeup. I'm going to grab the the turquoise / blue base from Maybelline, and I'm going to grab Mermaid from Makeup Geek, and I'm going to apply that all over the inner tear duct. Keep in mind that you won't be using just a little bit. You definitely want to brighten up that inner tear duct. And at first it may seem a little weird, but once you apply lashes and eyeliner, it looks amazing. Okay, curling my lashes and applying a coat of mascara. Of course, I'm using the L'Oreal Telescopic mascara in waterproof. This is my holy grail, and I love that it's a good base to keep my eyelashes curled. And I'm going to apply Pink Possibilities from I believe it's the little lip balms, and I'm going to apply this Tarte Cosmetics long-wearing blush on top just to give it a nice tint, and it can match with my blush, which I will be applying in a little bit. Grabbing Tawny's lip liner from Jordana, and I'm going to outline my lips a little bit bigger, so that's what I'm doing here. Like I said, I'm going to grab that same blush and I'm just going to apply it on my cheeks. This is a good way to get your lipstick and your blush to match if you don't have that exact color. You can just apply a little bit of the blush on top of your lips just to give it that same color. I'm going to grab these, I believe they're Jordana eyeliners, and I'm just going to apply this color. I thought I was going to apply the darker blue, but I decided I would just stay with the lighter blue. And I applied that on the inner part of my waterline. I did not drag it all the way across. Grabbing some House of Lashes, I'm going to apply those, and I didn't apply eyeliner, so I just went ahead and applied the lashes themselves. And I believe these are in Iconic. Grabbing the sample size of the BUXOM mascara, I'm going to apply that on the bottom lashes. And thanks so much for watching. Bye. We will get right into the video. What am I fucking Australian? We'll get right into the video. Okay. So without further ado, we will get right. And